What's going on, Virgo? And welcome to my channel, Alchemist. Justin here, and I hope you're having a fantastic week so far. So for those of you who are returning, welcome back, Soul Tribe. I appreciate your subscriptions, your likes, and shares. Your support really does mean a lot to me, and it keeps us growing. And for those of you who are new, welcome. I'm happy Higher Self has brought you here. We are in for an amazing journey. Now, the theme of this week's monthly spread is going to be a monthly check-in, Virgo. You know, with all the planetary shifts going down, we just want to check in, make sure that you're doing well, and get you prepped for everything that's to come. And just so you're all aware, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one, so take what resonates with you, leave the rest with me, and never force a reading on a situation, okay? So with all that being said, let's jump into it. Your space has been cleansed. Gems, feeling lovely. Just great energy all around here, Virgo. Now, Virgo, with this spread, I'm going to be going till Higher Self says stop. We're just going with the flow. And just so you all know, these readings that I do, they're not gender-specific readings. So apply these energies to people as they make sense for your situations, okay? And then lastly, the decks that I'm working with. This one is a Tarot of the Divine. And then the other one, oh, look at you, Emperor. The other one is the Anatomy of a Witch Oracle deck. And I'll include links for these decks and others that I like down in the description box as well. So definitely check that out if you're interested there, Virgo. Oh, okay. I was about to say, I was going to get some more before we really start busting into this thing, Virgo. And you know, I do feel that with this, because starting off, Virgo, you have the Emperor and then you have the Knight of Coins in reverse. And you know, Virgo, I feel like that with the Emperor popping up, I feel like that some of us, you know, we're in this place where I feel like we're getting ready to take action, or at least we're the energy for me is feeling like that we're ready to rise up, or that there's a situation that may be, I'm almost getting for some, it's like there's like this anticipation that's coming. And I feel like with this Knight of Coins popping up, you know, I feel like that we're almost feeling a little impatient there, Virgo, or we're just like ready for it. It's just like, I need this to happen like right now. But Virgo, I feel like with the Knight of Coins popping up, I do feel like that this is something where we might want to just be a little patient, you know, if there's nothing else that we can do in this situation, you know, to get things further along, then I say, you know, just relax, kind of just be with what everything that you've done up until this point, because I do feel like that there is going to be, obviously, you know, there's going to be a moment where where you're going to need to get into this Emperor energy, and it's going to be, you know, going to feel some time to, there's going to be time to strike, you know, and really be time to, you know, get things going. But the Knight of Coins for me is just saying that, you know, if we've taken this much time to get this ball rolling here, it's like, I feel like that you've put in the work, and now your higher self is just kind of lining everything up for you, you know. So I feel like that, you know, even if we're feeling like a little antsy right now, Virgo, you know, I will say for if that's resonating with you, just relax. I feel that things are going to come. It's just a little patience, you know. We're getting, I feel like, closer to the finish line here. And Virgo, with everything that's going down, you're going to want to take some time to rest up, because this is going to be a busy month, you know, probably the next few months, you know, with everything that's going down energetically. This month alone, you got Saturn just moved into Pisces like about a week ago. So that energy is really just getting started. And then you have Pluto's going to be moving to Aquarius, depending on when you're watching this, on the 23rd of March. And that's going to be a really big one, Virgo, because Pluto only changes signs about every 20-ish years. So this is going to be a generational shift. And I mean, things are already starting to really starting to pop off here. I'm sure if you've been kind of tuned into what's been going down, so you're probably already aware. And maybe that's got some of us, you know, that may actually be throwing on to or like exacerbating our anxiety or, getting us where we want to do something now. But it's okay, Virgo, because I do feel like yes, there are some, some crazy things that may be going down here. There is an equal amount of goodness that is also happening. You, for example, are getting ready to rise up and do something, I imagine, that's going to raise the vibration here. So that's something to look forward to. And, if we've been feeling kind of anxious, even, just talking about that energy for a second, Virgo, this is a time for us to maybe do some task in between stuff, maybe doing some things, not to say necessarily distract you from this, but if there's nothing that you can do about, the situation at hand, focusing your energy on things that you can control, that you can pour that you can nurture in the meantime. But also, Virgo, this is going to be a time as well that, because we're about to get into for some others here in a second, but this is also going to be a time where on the 25th of March, Mars is going to be moving into Cancer. And that's Mars, I want to say stays in time for about 5 to 6 weeks. But that's going to be a time too where our actions, where they're going to be more kind of watered down, it won't be necessarily as hot as Mars used to, and this is Aries card, but Mars rules Aries. It won't be as hot as, maybe Mars is used to us coming in, but there's going to be a need to pursue things, or wanting to pursue things that we feel near and dear to us. And I feel like for some others, that's going to segue me into this, to some others here, where I feel like this is going to be a time for us to start doing some things, Virgo, if we don't have something already kind of cooking up. And what I mean by that is doing, like, really following our heart during this time, and this is more kind of astrology according to Justin, but really when I think Mars and Cancer, even when I just think about Cancerian energy, because my son's in Cancer, if a Cancer doesn't want to do something, they're just not going to do it. If they're not feeling it, good luck. It's you can lead a bull to water, but if he's not thirsty, he's going to go do other things. But I do feel like that, Virgo, if there is something that has been calling to you, if you've been wanting to, whatever, Virgo, start up a new hobby, or maybe start a new business, or pursue maybe maybe you want to expand on your knowledge, maybe taking some courses or something along those lines. If there's anything kind of unexplored areas of our lives that we've either put on the back burner or just haven't made time for, start doing some of that stuff, Virgo, doing some things that are going to raise our vibration, because this is going to be a time of innovation as well. There's a lot of stuff that's coming into the mix, and I find that if we are doing more stuff that resonates with us, that's going to make this transition a lot smoother. And this is something, Virgo, that, if you're not sure where you want to, if we're not sure where we want to divide that energy into, be patient with yourself. Explore the different options that you may have, and that, not that you may have, that you do have. Explore those options, see what is out there. And I don't even mean, again, this is not even like saying that you got to start like a business at this time, but just starting to do more things for yourself, taking care of the body, maybe looking in, the Knight of Coins is an excellent investor. And I feel like that this is a good time to invest in things that are going to make you feel your most confident, feel your most energetic, because you're going to need that energy, Virgo, for the times to come. So just any kind of things where if let's say we've been kind of working quite a bit, again, kind of feeding into the pentacles here, but we haven't made any time for some fun. The Emperor is not just all seriousness all the time. The Emperor likes to have fun too and enjoy himself. So Virgo, and we're going to get some more on this stuff, but I do feel like for some others, that maybe some of us, if we have been, because I don't want to say like dragging your feet, but if there's something that we've been just kind of putting on the sidelines, any sort of like unexplored hobbies or dreams or anything like that, I feel like this energy is, Aries. But even just thinking about Aries, we're going to be in Aries season like next week. This is going to be a time for newness. Spring is coming. You know, we're getting ready to get into the equinox. So, or excuse me, not the equinox. Yes, equinox. Okay, I'm with it. But it's time for you to get with it, Virgo. and really start doing some stuff for you, you know, and really investing that energy there, because I find that when we do, Virgo, it's going to, and when we do that stuff and we nurture that and we put energy into that and take time with that and work on the quality of, you know, of whatever it is that we're doing, it is going to affect how our lives run on just the grand scheme of things, Virgo. But let's get some more here. Let's see what else we got. What other energies we got for you here? Oh! Happiness, Virgo. Happiness, victory, fulfillment. You see what happened the second we started focusing on what we wanted to do, Virgo? Sunshine came into your mix here. And you know what? I'm with it. Because the sun. That's what this time is about, Virgo. I was just telling Gemini this. This is a time for us, Virgo, if we haven't been making little pockets of sunshine for ourselves, you know, taking moments to lift our vibrations up, then I feel like, you know, when I was thinking about the people, if you've been resonating with what, you know, we want to start something but we're not sure. When we start doing things that raise our vibrations, Virgo, those answers become clear. It's not like, you know, because there's sometimes, you know, when I'm saying things, there's no, it's like doing what you love and, you know, practicing positivity and all of that. It's not just like ignoring the problem with positivity. When we're doing stuff that raise our vibration and we're telling ourselves things that raise our vibrations as well, it clears all of that fog, you know, because the sun, when the sun comes through, all it's doing is illuminating stuff. And that's what happens when we start channeling our energies towards things that bring us sunshine, Virgo. It makes this journey all the more clear, all the, you know, the like, how am I going to find the resources for this, you know, or what do I even want to do, you know, or whatever, Virgo, whatever that big question that you may be asking yourself. It's trusting that intuition and then following that, you know, see where that takes you. And if I'm not mistaken, Virgo, just thinking about the sun in Aries, the sun is exalted in Aries. So the sun is like, it's at home in Aries. And that's where I feel like, Virgo, this energy is like asking you to find that thing that you're, one, passionate about with all this heat here, and two, that's going to make you feel like it's bringing you closer to home, you know, that you feel like that you're following your calling, you know, your dream. This is, and Virgo, again, you know, when we're thinking about this, you know, going towards this happiness and what that looks like for us, this is something like you don't try to rush this along. You know, it's all the pieces are going to come with divine timing, you know, because maybe some of us, we may feel that if we've not been following, you know, maybe we've been channeling into this energy recently, and it's like, sometimes I feel that we might think that, goodness, I wish I would have been doing this sooner. Gosh, I gotta make up for all this lost time, and we try to rush, and we're not enjoying the process that's happening, you know, or the growth that's happening. So I also feel like, Virgo, while you're exploring this, be present. Try to be, you know, as present as possible through these experiences, because Virgo, another thing too, even when we're going towards that sunshine, you know, there's some hurdles that we have to work out through along the way. You know, life is always waxing and waning. So there are going to be, you know, maybe some hurdles or some hiccups along the way, but that's not the sunlight deterring you. If anything, that's the sunlight we've been going through for a while, and we hit that first roadblock. The sun is just like, hey, I'm still right here. That doesn't change anything, Virgo. We just got to figure out how to get over this wall. Do we need to go under it? Do we need to go to the sides? Do we need to go over it? How do we need to tackle this thing? But yeah, once we figure out how to tackle that, Virgo, making more space for that and incorporating that more in our lives, because really it's going to make this journey just so much more just pleasant and bright and wonderful, Virgo. More. Let's see what else we got here, Virgo. You got the Page of Swords in reverse here. And you know, Virgo, just thinking with your energy, that I feel that sometimes if yours is a unique one of the earth signs, because I feel that you are the most, I mean, granted, you're a mutable sign of the earth sign, so you are the most adaptable of the three. But I feel that it's, when we think about our ideas, you know, for what, you know, for what might make us happy, you know, like if when we're thinking about this stuff, to not be, to keep an open mind, you know, Virgo, because I feel like it's, when I was talking about that, you know, your energies, it's like you have a super practical mind, but I find that sometimes if that doesn't line up, I feel like the practicality and the perfectionist and the over analyzing, that kind of thinking, it can kind of get to this place where we have like really good ideas to incorporate some things in our lives, but we might discount them because they may seem frivolous, or we might feel that it's something where we may, because let's say, for example, if we want to pursue like art, for example, and we're thinking about, you know, all the, you know, getting brushes and, you know, maybe invest, you know, getting like an easel and stuff like that. You know, you might think of that, oh, well, I have to splurge on this, and, you know, it doesn't seem practical at this time. Virgo, when we're thinking about ideas, when we're thinking about stuff that takes us towards this happiness, don't let you get in the way of your happiness. You know, don't discount your ideas, just explore them. And if that's something we might be telling ourselves, you know, as far as like, oh, I want to have this fun, but I don't want to splurge on this. Virgo, when it comes to you, let me start there. It is never a splurge you know, when we're doing stuff for ourselves. You know, if anything, Virgo, look at it as an investment. You are trying to raise your vibration. You're trying to get into your happy space. You're trying to just get, you know, balance this journey out here. And that looks differently for everyone, but this is a thing that this is for you, Virgo. This is something that, because I got so many thoughts, Virgo. Because even when I'm thinking about the Emperor, you know, he's represented by Aries, like I've been saying. And Aries, you know, it rules the first house, the house of self. And again, you know, I feel like that any ideas that are geared towards improving yourself and getting you in that more kind of happier place, I say is totally worth it, you know. And if it doesn't feel practical at that time, Virgo, the nice thing about your energy is an earth energy in general, and I think I was telling Capricorn this in the last readings, that you can manifest literally whatever you want when you put your heart to it and you put your head to it. You earth signs, and especially if you have a high concentration of earth elements, you know, you can manifest in this realm. You're more in touch with this realm than the other elements. And so you can make this happiness work for you here and incorporate this some time for you, because this could be, you know, if you've been thinking like, oh, I want to make more time for travel, but maybe, you know, I'm thinking about work and such and blah, blah, blah. Virgo, work will be there. And if work doesn't want to accommodate with you, you can find something else. Like, and it may seem kind of glib, or, you know, like, well, Justin, well, how you can figure it out, Virgo. I feel like really believe in yourself that you can figure this out. And something too, Virgo, I'm just thinking with all these people here, you know, when you because this may be something where you've pitched these ideas, but maybe it has been met with, well, Virgo, what about this? Well, Virgo, what about that? You know, what about this responsibility? What about that responsibility? And here's the thing, Virgo, if we can't carve out, because let's say for this little pocket of sunshine here, you know, if there are others, you know, kind of, if they have opinions about what's going to be good for you, and it doesn't resonate with them, the fun fact about that is, Virgo, it doesn't have to. It just has to resonate with you, because this is your journey. No one else can tell you what to do in this thing or tell you that your ideas are crazy. Now, I will say, maybe this is something where I'm not saying discount, people's ideas, because maybe this is something where someone might have pitched an idea where it's like, Virgo, well, considering the times, have you considered maybe trying this route? Because I heard that if you do blah, 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 that's one thing. But if we have someone that's just like completely discounting the idea or just like, dismissive, or like, Virgo, with this economy or with everything that's going down, like, does that really seem practical right now? Virgo, sunshine is always practical. Your happiness is always practical, and that should take priority, because if we are not happy, if we're not in happiness and doing things that make us happy, then that affects our quality everywhere else, because then even when we go to work, we're not at our happiest, so we're not putting in not nearly as much as we could if we were balanced, if there was that appropriate amount of light in there. So just something to think about more. And Virgo, we're going to get more. But I was just thinking too, with Pluto moving into Aquarius, again, there's no such thing as a crazy idea. It's only crazy. The only crazy thing, Virgo, is not trying it. That's where I feel like really when it comes to ideas, that's where we really want to, where the magic happens. And you know what? Those naysayers, show them what's up, and then show them how happy. And then you don't even got to show them. They'll see it. They'll see you when you're walking down there in your emperor energy, looking like a boss, all radiant. They'll see it. So, yeah, let's see what else. Interesting. More. You got the Nine of Wands in reverse here, Virgo. And this might be something where when you're going through this, it may feel like a lot at first, trying to incorporate, if we're trying to, carve out time for this, it may get to where you may feel like you have to juggle a lot. Maybe we're thinking about if we have like a family or even just like a partner, trying to work around their schedules and whatnots. But Virgo, if anybody can get this, can carve out some time for themselves, I feel like you can definitely get that figured out. Because Virgo, think about this too. But doing some stuff for your happiness is, or that are going to make you happy and bring some joy in your life. This is excellent. And granted, this isn't health advice, Virgo. Keep that in mind. But that is good for your health as well, like our physical health, our mental health, all of that, spiritual health. And Virgo, yours is a sign. While we're talking about houses, your sign rules are, live in the 6th house. And the 6th house is about routines and healthcare and all of that. And I feel like if you can make your sunshine your routine, look at that. You're knocking two things out at once. You're making a routine and you're taking care of your health. You're so efficient, Virgo. And it's going to be something that it's a little patience, but it may feel kind of hard at first. We may feel like we when we're getting started, you get a good groove, and then something may throw you off, and then we kind of get backtrack a little bit, and that's fine. The nice thing about life is, in this journey, is that it's just nothing but cycles. If we happen to let's say if we were making more time to work out, for example, let's say, we've been running real good for a week, or been hitting the gym for a week, working out at home for a week, and then just happen to skip a day or maybe two. Life happened, whatever, totally acceptable, but sometimes I feel like when that happens, we're like, let's say you started at the first of the month and this is like the middle of the month, and you're like, oh, I guess I'll wait till the next month, or maybe I'll try again when life's not so crazy. Virgo, you never know how life's going to take it. Let's just start tomorrow. Start the next day. Just keep moving it along. Be flexible with this. Be adaptable. Because this is talking about adaptability. This is Sagittarius's, say that 10 times fast, Sagittarius's card. And this is also, the moon in Sagittarius, and the moon is all about cycles and all of that, and fluctuations, Virgo, and how this is going to be incorporated. Again, it may take a lunar cycle or two to get this where this is down packed and it's feeling regular, but if we work on this, Virgo, it compounds, and then with time everything is going to Everything is just going to come together nicely. More. Wait. Ooh. Okay, more. Cool. All right, Virgo, about wrapped up with the tarot here. But last little bits, got the Four of Swords, absolutely. Ace of Cups in reverse, both Four of Swords and Ace of Cups in reverse. And then you got the Six of Wands. But you know what? I'm going to tell you how we're going to get to that Six of Wands, because the Six of Wands is a card of celebration, Virgo. This whole thing is we about to celebrate. But first, Virgo, we need to take some time and see if there are any areas in our lives that are needing some, or that are imbalanced. You know, if we've been neglecting our fun, you know, if we've just been kind of working and maybe worrying about our obligations, but not taking enough time for some fun time. And I hope you understand, Virgo, where it's like when I'm saying your obligations, it's like I'm not saying that you ignore this stuff here, but I'm saying that we definitely need to balance more time for ourselves, you know. And here's the thing, investing in yourself doesn't have to break the bank, you know. This can be something that just, again, getting outside, you know, or just make it work for you, Virgo. But just see if there's any areas that are needing that attention. And two, Virgo, just with everything that's going to be going down with these energies, you know, the Four of Swords can also be, you know, making sure that we're getting good rest. And whatever that looks like for you, Virgo, this is not, you know, again, not medical advice, but, and it doesn't have to be like your standard, like 8 hours or whatever the norm is. It really is making this work for you to where you're feeling rested and rejuvenated. You know, that's all that matters at the end, because everyone does things differently. You know, some of us work best in the morning, others in the afternoon, others in the evening. You know, we got to make this stuff work for us, Virgo. But we also need to keep in mind that in doing that, you know, it's taking care of our emotional needs as well, filling up all of our cups. Because Ace of Cups, this is, and the fact that it's in reverse, I feel like that it's saying that that maybe some of us have been ignoring this side of us, that fulfillment for more, you know. And I mean, what I mean more is just like more than just like the bills and the stuff and the obligations and the have-tos. What do you want to do? Making more time for wants, you know? That's what the Ace of Cups wants you to do. It wants that cup to be filled, because the Ace of Cups, when we pour into ourselves, Virgo, we become this well of just bottomless love. And that's what the Ace of Cups wants us to do, you know, to feed into ourselves, to not forget that love. Because in order for our love and our sunshine to radiate to others, again, this is where the practice starts in. We can, in Virgo, your energy, and I've talked about this, you really make extraordinary healers, but I feel that you can be sometimes so focused on everyone else, because everyone has their things that they're working with, and I get it. You see it and you're just like, it's amazing how Virgos will check you up and down and help you and have solutions for you, give you blueprints, give you schedules. It's amazing. But Virgo, we need to do, if you really just took that time and did that here, if every Virgo did that, I tell you what, we would improve as a soul tribe. I mean, you would raise the vibration. I mean, I'm getting chills just even thinking about it, what you could do. It would be a freaking celebration. That's what it would be, Virgo. The Six of Wands here, that's what would happen, because, man, really, Virgo, because I see what you can do, and I talk about this all the time. I don't care if you have it sun, moon, rising, Mercury, Mars. Virgo gets to work. Excuse me, Virgo. And yes, you know, I am coming at you a little bit because you got all this heat. And now I'm excited because you're getting ready to usher in something great. Virgo, I always talk about that. You can... I'm coming at you and you're still in a judgment-free zone, Virgo. Safe space, but it's just that I love when you get to work, you know. I love seeing how you manifest. It's so different compared to Capricorn and Taurus, you know. earth signs are, it's magical, but yours, I mean, Virgo, you can really have an abundant, I was even just going to say an abundant month, an abundant life. I mean, and like really, you start here and then you find, and then everything will make sense. Like your need to, or that want to help others will happen. It'll just happen automatically. They're just going to flock to you because they're going to see how well you're living. Like, I hope that's making sense, Virgo. Like I do. I feel that there's something incredible that would happen, you know, if every Virgo just took a moment and just like the same amount of energy that you put in for others, focus that on you and be honest with yourself, Virgo, because and do what makes sense. You know, this is not something, you know, where we don't want to force it or try to speed it along, but give yourself that amount of time, Virgo, because it really will benefit you and I promise you everyone else in the long run. So let's get some oracle cards here, Virgo. That was, oh, what an end for the tarot. I like that. And keep in mind, Virgo, you probably, and I might have mentioned this before, you know, you might think that I'm blowing smoke up your skirt, or he's like, oh, he must have some strong Virgo placements, please. I got a Virgo and a comet, maybe. I don't have a lot of strong Earth placements, Virgo. If anything, that's where I'm sent here to learn, is how to, my North Node is in Capricorn. North Node, and they're all in Capricorn. I got Uranus, Neptune, and my North Node in Capricorn. That's about all the Earth energy, and like my midheavens in Taurus. But I'm saying that, Virgo, just because I've seen it done. I've seen what you can do. Because here's the thing, you got this poppet card starting off here, and the poppets are usually little trinkets that they can be for others, you know. I feel like you build these dolls to, you know, for, you know, bring good omens, or, you know, to wish, you know, maybe cleanse them with sage or something, you know, to help clear the energy for whomever we might have been thinking about. But Virgo, make a doll for yourself, make a poppet for yourself, and cleanse your energy, cleanse your space, do things that are going to raise your vibration more. And it'll be it'll be epic, Virgo. You can go through an amazing transformation here. You got the renewal card in reverse, but it's just something that we have to put in the work. And Virgo, I get it, because let me tell you, I may not be in your energy all the time, but my sun is in Cancer. And when I've been telling Cancers on my other channel, when we sync up with the moon, I talk about the moon in Virgo. And it can be where it is very efficient. I feel the over analyzing, you know. There are times when I'm trying to do readings and it's just like, oh, did you get that message out of there? Are you sure? Oh, was that positive? How do you like your shuffling? It's just like, be quiet, Virgo moon. Like, I'm trying to do something. But that's to say, Virgo, when we're going through this transition and we're going through this renewal, be kind to yourself. You know, this is not something where we want to when we're seeing the areas that we want to grow in, to be compassionate. Don't think of it as, gosh, like, ugh, how did this happen? Like, you got to lose all this weight, or gosh, my diet, blah blah blah. You know, we want to come at it kind. It's like, okay, I got some work to do, but that's fine. You know, we're going to start with a healthy diet. You know, I'm going to start, you know, changing up this, incorporating more of this stuff. You know, I'm going to start carving out times in the morning, afternoon, evening, you know, making this stuff, you know, come at it from a motivational type of mindset. You know, the emperor doesn't bring himself down. He's geeking himself up because we got work that we need to do, Virgo. We got sunshine that we're chasing after. So yeah, try not to be too harsh on yourself when you're noticing these things that you want to improve, because these renewals and this channeling our energy into this growth is not meant to keep us down or to just put your flaws in your face. This is like, hey, here's the stuff to work on. Which one do you want to? Which one makes sense to start on first? And then let's fill that cup up. Fill that cup up with sunshine, Virgo. This is beautiful. Oh, that's a little less. Hold on. Okay. More. All right, Virgo. We're going to switch back over here. And what else? What's our last card? Virgo. I can't make this up. You got the play card in reverse. Can you see that? Hold on, let me make sure you can see that. You got the play card in reverse here, Virgo. This is what I mean. This is the whole thing I've been talking about. Taking time to enjoy yourself. Because here's the thing, Virgo. When we do that, all the other issues that you may have in life, answers start coming to you as when you get out of that space. Because sometimes, when we're just so focused on life stuff all the time, we can get so, it's like you're just perpetuating the problem because it's always in this constant state of worry. Oh, I got to make sure I get to work because I got bills, because I got to feed my family, because I got to, and then repeat, and then every now and again I'll throw in like a little sunshine, and then back to the grind, back to the sunshine. In Virgo, it's disproportional, or disproportionate, and I find that if we find ourselves like, doing all this stuff but still wanting more, like, gosh, I wish I had more time to do this or more time to do that and do that. Virgo, do that. And then when you do, this will show you that you can. And all that time that you've been saying that you can't do something, or you don't have the time or don't have the resources, once you start doing that thing, then it unlocks other. It's like, oh, I've been thinking that I couldn't do this stuff. What else have I been putting off that I've been telling myself that I think I can't do? What can I do? Let me show. You know what? Let's stop focusing on what I can't do. I'm about getting this emperor. Get geeked up. You see what happened there, Virgo? Just motivational, But please, Virgo, for yourself, I wouldn't tell you, would never tell you, tell you to do anything. But if I could just do one thing, if I could one time have some fun, do some stuff that's going to get you out of that, just like the rat race that is life, and go in the field. I'm thinking like, with like the rat race or the hamster on the wheel, they get tired. They just don't want to be on that wheel all the time. They want to see the world out there and explore, go roll in the grass and stuff like that. So all right, Virgo, I think I'm going to leave that there. I like that. Something resonated with you, Virgo, give it a thumbs up. And Virgo, share this, because really, I about shook out my chair. The idea of every Virgo focusing on themselves and raising their vibrations. And I know that may sound selfish at the moment, Virgo, but it's going to get you into a place where where people will be more receptive, I feel like, to your messages. Because here's the thing, Virgo, and I may have said this, but it's hard to give others advice and tell them ways that they can help themselves if we're not doing the same thing ourselves. It makes our message fall flat. So, Virgo, really, I would love, and I think you all would love it too, if they were just Virgos just united and just took some time and just self-care. If every Virgo just took like an empress, really just a sabbatical, and just to find themselves and to just get back in touch with the earth. Incredible. And then Virgo, what else are we doing? If you haven't in that whole tale, subscribe and then hit that bell button, when you get back from break, and you'll get notified when I release videos each week. And then Virgo, as far as social media goes, I'm on Facebook and Instagram. Like, I'm gonna do something on them eventually, but I'm doing more so stuff on, I got some stuff that I'm rolling out here, but the biggest thing the newest thing that I've been doing is I made a group on this app, Insight Timer. It's a meditation app. We're not in any kind of partnerships. My philosophy is, if we have tools that help personally raise our vibrations, we share that with the soul tribe, and you take what resonates with you. If you like it, download it. It's for free. You can get a premium version if you want, but you can still join my group regardless. And it's not in no pressure, Virgo. But all you do there, if you want to, you can either drop by, and maybe you want to drop a little pocket of sunshine in there, whether that be through a positive affirmation, yours, or something you come across, or an enlightening messages, same thing applies. And I drop affirmations in there at least once a day. And if you just need a little pick-me-up or, a little something, I'm dropping little nuggets of sunshine all the time, Virgo. And then, as the group grows, I want to do eventually, do some like schedule some meditations, or who knows where that'll go, Virgo, but just like a little space to just raise the vibration. And that group is called Zodiacs, Raising the Vibration. And again, Zodiacs, Raising the Vibration. And I have a link on my Facebook from my last post, which was probably a little while ago. So I'll do some fresh post here. I got some fresh things that are getting ready to bust out in the mix here, Virgo. So I'm going to get more on that, on top of that for sure. And then lastly, if you have any Cancer in your placement, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, wherever, come check out my channel, my other channel, The Chariot Friends. I do videos Monday through Friday there. We discuss lunar shenanigans and all that housekeeping down in the description box below. But let me get you a surprise card here so I can get you out of here. Virgo, look at you, Queen of Swords. And the Queen of Swords is in reverse right now, but don't worry. Let's see. And let's get our Oracle card here. Ooh, you got the sound card. I like the sound of that. Because here's the thing, Virgo. With the sound card, I feel that this card is really be mindful of what we're telling ourselves during this time. That's one thing. You know, when I think about the sound card, it's if we're telling ourselves we don't have enough time for something, or, you know, we wish we this or whatever, thoughts become things, Virgo. And eventually we just want to be mindful of the stuff that we're telling ourselves. But, you know, I also feel with the sound card that this is also kind of saying, you know, take a moment and to just be in silence, you know, just to be with your thoughts. Because I do find, you know, when I was talking about earlier, you know, your ruler being Mercury, with social media, with all of the, you know, YouTube's, Prime, Netflix, music, just all of the stuff that come at us, Virgo, all the time. It's nice to take little pockets of time, especially when I feel like, you know, people who have like, you know, Mercury placements, Gemini or Virgo, with how overactive the mind is, you know, and how much information you can absorb. It's nice to just take a minute to just kind of clear your head, you know, with this Queen of Swords. I feel that a lot of the times, if the mind has just been going and we've just been kind of in a fog, if we can just take a moment, 5-10 minutes, and just sort of zen out for a second, be with our thoughts, you know, maybe journaling, whatever that looks like. But maybe putting on, you know, but something to just kind of quiet the mind, maybe putting on some like ambient music or something to just like, no words or anything, just music, so that you can just kind of think and be and suss through your thoughts. And I find that that's where the clarity is going to be, Virgo, when and maybe in that little pocket of just like cutting the world off for a second and just being in your world. So I like that, Virgo. And you know what? You can definitely do that on your Empress weekend. So I like that, Virgo. So I think I'm going to leave that there. Oh, yeah, we're going to get you out of here. Oh, I'm eating up time for your Empress weekend. So you stay safe out there. And Virgo, you got the sound card. You raise your vibration to the sun, and watch how things change. You know, watch how people, like the vibration, the energy that you'll put out, Virgo, it's going to change the game up. You know, I mean, and I may sound like I may be over exaggerating, but you know what, Virgo? I challenge you. Prove me wrong. Show me that you can do something incredible out of this. Bet. I'll take that challenge. And you know what? If you can't, then we'll collaborate. We'll talk about some stuff. We'll brainstorm, Virgo. You know I love that. And where are we at? Oh, I'm getting you out of here. I'm eating up more of your time. Virgo, have fun. And I will catch you on the next one later.